So today, we're going to dive deep into a really powerful, really dense mythic narrative. It's the story of Wotan, a guardian who stands on the cliffs of a dying world and makes a conscious choice to just reject it all. This is a journey into the allure of chaos and the absolutely terrifying price of ultimate power. Okay, so here's where it all kicks off. Picture this. Woden is at the very edge of his world, and he's watching everything he once believed in, honor, tradition, law, just dissolve into the sea. But you've got to understand, this isn't him falling from grace. No way. This is a deliberate, a calculated descent. He's actively seeking out the raw chaos that most of us would run from. So this first part of his journey, it's all defined by that single conscious choice. He is intentionally turning his back on everything that gave his world and even his own identity any kind of meaning. And at the heart of this decision is this incredible contrast. On one hand, he's leaving behind the old world, a place of, as the source calls them, gilded chains of honor and these rigid moral north stars. You know, a world of structure, but also a world of stagnation. He's not just escaping something, he's actively chasing after that foundational chaos, which promises a totally new and, frankly, terrifying kind of sovereignty. Every story of transformation has that one moment, right? That point of no return. For Wotan, that catalyst comes in the form of a visitor from the abyss, a herald that's about to ignite one hell of a storm. And this herald that comes crawling out of the shadows, it's a tarantula. Its arrival is described as slow, deliberate, buzzing with a new predatory intent. This is not just some animal, you guys. This is an emissary. It's the physical form of the very chaos Wotan has been calling out to. And get this, the tarantula isn't just some random creature. It is marked with the rune of the Tyrant King. That symbol connects it directly to this ancient, chaotic source of immense power. It's the universe screaming back at him, "We heard you." So when this tarantula finally crawls onto his skin, Wotan doesn't even flinch. And his reaction here, well, it tells you everything you need to know about where his head is at. His soul is already, quote, merging with the absolute frenzy of the universe. There's just no room left for normal human fear. So the bite, it's not an attack. It's a ritual. It's an invitation, a sacred sign delivered by the void itself. The thing he's been wanting this whole time, this soul rewrite, has finally found its trigger, and he accepts it, no questions asked. Now the venom is in his veins, and the entire focus of the story just flips inward. This toxin acts like, well, like a cognitive virus for the soul, kicking off this violent, total reconfiguration of his entire spirit. So how does this work? Well, it kind of happens in 4 stages. First, the injection itself carries the raw, ancient energy of the Tyrant King. Then that energy acts as a cognitive virus, completely overriding the basic logic of his soul. And as a result, old human feelings like pity and fear, they're just incinerated. They're burned away to make room for something new to rise up from the ashes, this dark, sovereign vitality. And this new state has a name. Mad vitality. It's described as the ultimate antidote to the coldness and stagnation of our modern age. This isn't just madness for madness's sake. No, it's the fuel for what the text calls the overman. It gives Wotan this superior perception, letting him see the raw, chaotic forces that actually shape our reality. I mean, this comparison just nails it, right? Before the venom, he was just a thinker on the sidelines, watching the storm. Now, he is the storm. There's no separation anymore between him and the chaotic, creative power of the universe. Okay, so we're at the final stage, and here, Wotan's internal transformation just explodes outward. He's not a victim of reality anymore, he's an active creator, literally warping the world around him to match his new consciousness. And this is the climax of the whole thing. The line between Wotan and the world, it just evaporates. His internal madness and the external world become one and the same. The industrial landscape itself starts to bend and twist to match what's going on inside his head. And the consequences are real, and they are terrifying. You've got steel cities vibrating with this malevolent purpose. Reality becomes this shifting mirror that just reflects his soul. The entire environment is twisted into a psychic machine running on the power of his will. And that's it. He's done it. He fully becomes the Mad Rune King. He's no longer bound by the old language of law.
He is now the sovereign of the end, reigning over a reality that's constantly being reforged in the fire of his own will.
But, and this is a huge but, this absolute power comes with a profound cost. His victory is called a tragic triumph. In rewriting all of reality, he has sentenced himself to the most horrific, absolute isolation imaginable. He's the only one who can see the world for what it now is, a reality rewritten in blood.
And that leaves us with this final, powerful question. Woden got everything he wanted: ultimate power, a new kind of sovereignty, a God's eye view of reality. But in doing so, he became utterly and completely alone. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is the true price of rewriting reality in your own image?